of your life. There is a place for people like you. Place full of pain. There's a place for people like you.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Project Cardboard. If you're new here, well, welcome obviously. Today I'm making an airplane, and as you know, I've been making quite a few airplanes, and the main airplane I've been making, in fact the only airplane I've made on this channel, is the F117A Nighthawk. And some of you are probably sick of hearing that, but I love this plane. It's an amazing plane. Ever since I was young, I've always loved this plane. I've made this plane way before I started YouTube. I just really want to make the best version of this plane that I can possibly produce. So that's what I'm doing right now. This one is in 1/48th scale because before I've made one in 1/32nd scale, I think. And it's really big. It was really nice. I had an extremely fun time making that and sharing with you guys. But today I want to make one that was smaller, one that I could just have on my desk or something like that. I have some plans for it. And so that's what I was doing. So I made the wings. I made two, pretty straightforward. Obviously I made them in Inkscape. I make everything in Inkscape nowadays, which is pretty different from what I did before. But I made the wings. I put a folded piece of spar in the middle to keep it its shape. And then I started on the tails. So the tails are the most unpleasant part of making this particular model for some reason, or I think any airplane, because I have made other airplanes in the past. But just, I don't know, it's just hard because at an angle, they're like V wings or something. They're like pretty hard. You can't find a clear picture of actually their real shape. So I just guessed it, trying to, you know, use different angles and stuff in 3D models and stuff, which I do utilize a lot. But anyway, here's some pictures of the wings. They came out pretty nicely. They're pretty clean. And next, I had this cool idea to make like a cutaway. I wanted to make the whole vibe of this airplane kind of a cutaway model. So using a sharp knife, I cut out some openings and I slid in there's some strips of paper that I made, and I had to keep trimming it, and I kind of messed it up, but it came out looking pretty nice. And I am going to add a lot more detailing inside of here. This is just the base detail that's going to be inside of this wing. So my plan was to just make all the different components, wings, tails, landing gear bays, and everything, and then I can just sit down and put them all together in the package. That was my idea. But you know, now what I thought I would do to keep everything crisp and clean, because paper is white and it gets dirty, I put it all in an envelope so that it'll stay clean, and I just signed it with wing so that I know what I have on my hands. Next, I started on the bottom of the plane, and this is really nice. I really like this part. I made it in Inkscape as well, and this part took a lot of calculations in Inkscape because it's just such an angular model, and you can't find a very good 3D model of it that's you can like go off of. But I found one 3D model and it was okay, and I went off of it, but it's not accurate. I think every rendition of the F117 is kind of different. I noticed that. So one thing will have one, so you just have to go off of what you like and just try to find the most accurate source possible. And the most accurate source I've found is YouTube, which is pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of just videos of it flying around. But also, actually, there's not a lot of videos of it flying around because it's a pretty rare aircraft. So it's just hard. This particular model is hard to replicate well, but you just do your best. That's all we do around here. We just try to do our best and build it. So then I added the Bombay in there, and I added some strips of paper. I squared it in the middle and put it so that it gives it some structure. And that's what it looks like now. It's pretty nice looking, pretty crisp, but it's not going to be done until I add it. But guys, something happened. It broke. I tried to do this idea where I would like put paper at the bottom, but it didn't work. So stick on for next video. I'm going to have to print it out again, redo it. I'll skip it next video. But next video, we're going to be making some cool stuff for this model. So stick around. Peace out. Check.